Gino Kenny.
Thanks, Chair. Minister, it's in everybody's interest that the environment we live in is sustainable and we can cohabitate with the natural world and the animal world. And it's in all our interests that the damage done and the potential damage that will be inflicted on this planet. And we've come across environmental issues and social issues in the last 7 or 8 years where young people have engaged in relation to that. And I would make a comparison between the 1960s and what is going on now in relation to civil rights. That is the kind of cutting edge where people are at the moment. And I think people demand change and they demand radical change. And people will ask, are the governments in situ, including Ireland, are they in for radical change? And that's a huge question mark, whether this plan and other plans want to challenge the environmental vandalism that has gone on the planet. Now, this plan, I think, has flaws. And a number of flaws is in relation to private companies that are involved in the plan, and also the kind of personal responsibility that it comes with over-reliance on environmental issues. There's no mention of free public transport. I think the idea of 1 million electrical cars, I mean, when I heard that first, I thought it was a joke. I'll be honest with you, because we want to get away from car culture. We want to get away from congestion. People want to get into use public transport. So you have to look at this collectively rather than individually, because if you look at it individually, I think it will be doomed to failure. Also about retrofitting of homes. It's hugely costly for anybody in the state to get their home retrofitted. So there has to be a kind of a state company that will, put the retrofit and put all that facilities in relation to at very cost prices for people. There's also the issue of offshore renewable energy. I mean, one company that has, stands kind of shoulder to kind of over shoulder is the ESB. I mean, the ESB is going over, I think, 90 years. I think that has to be looked at in relation to offshore energy. And just another issue, and an elephant in the room, Minister, is in relation to data centres. I mean, data centres, if the projections are correct, will use up an enormous amount of electricity. It's quite kind of incredible the amount of energy that they will use. There's no kind of mitigating kind of circumstances in relation to this plan, how much they're going to use, and the enormous kind of damage that they will do now and in the future. So I think there's flaws, Minister, in this plan. We all, as I said from the start, we all want a better environment, but we have to kind of look at the flaws of this plan and other plans from other governments across the world. Thank you.